Yo, what is up, everybody? Good to have you guys back for day number 7 of our 30-day journey wanting wisdom. Hope you guys have been enjoying this so far. Heading into day number 7 in chapter number 13. I want to bring one quick principle that I'm learning about wisdom in this chapter. I encourage you, if you're not reading along yourself, get out your Bible, get the app, get it out on your phone, get it out on the internet, get a real book, brush off the dust. Encourage you, get in this journey with us. But I'm going to read one principle from chapter 13, verses number 3. And it simply says, whoever guards his mouth preserves his life. He who opens his lips wide will come to ruin. And I think there's an important principle of wisdom that you and I need to learn, that we need to guard our mouths. And in essence, what does that mean? That we need to be careful with what we say. Like, look what it says. He who is wise, he who guards his mouth will save his life. But he who just speaks freely, he just opens up his mouth wide, says everything that comes to mind, his life will come to ruin. Have you ever gotten into big trouble because you opened your big mouth? I know that I have been. You ever been in that situation where you say something you instantly wish you could take it back? Maybe if you're a man, you've said something to your wife and the moment you said it, you knew, oh my goodness, can I just take that back in? And you get yourself into big trouble because you opened your big mouth. And there's a principle the Bible teaches in many other places that we should be slow to speak and quick to listen. There's a wise saying that goes like this, that God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth, which means that you should listen twice as much as you speak. And I want to encourage you guys, be humble and be thoughtful and be wise about the things that come out of your mouth, about the things that you say to one another, about the things that you speak to your spouses, speak to your friends, speak to your bosses. You know that you should be real careful when you speak to your employers. But I want to encourage you, we can offer correction, we can offer criticism, but be wise in the things that you say and check your heart. What is the intention of the things you're saying? The Bible teaches us to really be encouraging and speak what's called words of life. And I want to ask you this, before you say anything to anyone, ask yourself this question. Is what I'm going to say, is it going to uplift or is it going to tear down? Can I tell you that what I'm saying, that when there's things that are uplifting, that are for their benefit, sometimes saying things that are for their benefit, we talked about this yesterday, may not always feel good, but it is good. So I'm not saying don't ever bring correction or criticism to someone, right? But be thoughtful and wise and be intentional and pure in the things that you say. If you're going to offer correction, make sure it's being done in a loving way. Make sure that's being done not just to prove that you're right, but to really do what's best for them. I want to encourage you to be wise and to guard your mouth. Be careful with the things that you're saying. Be careful with the things that you're typing out in the chat. Hold yourself to the same standard. Don't say something on the Discord or say something on a League of Legends chat or a Twitch chat to someone just because they can't see you face to face. Say the kind of things that'll come out of your mouth and come out of your fingers in the chat that you would say. Ask yourselves that question. Hey, if I was in person, would I say this to them? If I was in person, would I say this because I want to ask myself, is it uplifting or is it going to tear them down? Is what I'm about to say, has it been thought out? Are my intentions pure, or am I just opening my mouth wide, saying whatever comes to mind first, and I'm just blabbering things out all the time because I'm just so quick to speak? You've probably ran into those people that you're trying to pour out your heart. You're trying to say something to them, and they've got, well, you know what? You'd just be better off if you did this. And you're like, bro, I'm not looking for advice, man. Just share my heart. Dude, you've always got something to say, man. You've always got something to say. Always got to put in your 2 cents. Sometimes we don't always want to be told. Sometimes we just want to be heard. And I want to encourage you, sometimes in your lives, be careful. Guard your mouth, because what does it say? Chapter 13, he who guards his mouth preserves his life. But he who just runs his mouth all the time, says the first thing that comes to mind without actually thinking before you speak, he who opens his lips wide, he will come to ruin. So I encourage you guys, be intentional, be thoughtful about the things you say before you say them. Be wise about what you speak. Love you guys so much. See you again tomorrow for day number 8 of Wanting Wisdom. Until then, guys, catch you later. God bless, guys. Take care.